All right. So there are mainly there are many applications, but in this course we will deal with only three applications of t distribution. All right. Like first is test if the sample mean differs significantly from the hypothetical value mu of the population mean. This is our first application which we will check that sample mean is different from hypothetical value of mu of the population mean. All right, this is our first application. The next application is the difference between two sample means we have two population, or we have a we have a single population, and we will find two we will take two means, and we will see whether there is a difference between those two means, sample means, or not. Third is to test the significance of an observed sample correlation coefficient and sample regression coefficient. This is our that will be our third application. All right. So the first application which today we will do is t-test for single mean. All right. This is our first application, t-test for single mean. So for this, if a random sample xi of size n has been drawn from a normal population with specified mean, say mu naught, or if a sample mean differs significantly from the hypothetical value mu naught of the population mean. So what do we do in this t-test for single mean? We have to we have to do we can do two types of tests. Either that if a random sample, so we were doing t-test for single mean. If a random sample xi of size n has been drawn from a normal population with specified mean, say mu naught, or if a sample mean differs significantly from the hypothetical value mu naught of the population mean, then we will use t-test for single mean. Now our null hypothesis will be of the form: the sample has been drawn from a population with mean mu naught. Sample null hypothesis क्या होगी? That maybe our sample is drawn from a normal population with mean mu naught. ठीक है, this can be our one sample null hypothesis. The other null hypothesis can be for the second case, that there is no significant difference between population mean and sample mean. All right. So our test statistics will become x bar minus mu naught upon f under root whole n, and this statistics will follow student t distribution with n minus 1 degrees of freedom, where your x bar is equals to 1 upon n summation xi, and capital S square is 1 upon n minus 1 summation xi minus x bar whole square. Hello?
जी मैम.
Okay. Compute calculated value of t with tabulated value at certain level of significance. If your calculated t is greater than tabulated t, null hypothesis is rejected. So we are doing testing which we have done many times. Do you remember that? हेलो, वी हैव डन टेस्टिंग ना, टेस्टिंग करी है, हाइपोथेसिस
Yes,
टेस्टिंग
ma'am.
यूनिट 2 में भी करी थी और यूनिट 3 में भी करी थी फॉर chi square डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. नाउ वी आर डूइंग इट इन for t distribution, and our case is now that we have to see, हमें ये देखना है that whether the sample mean which we have got, whether the sample means which we have is obtained from a population mean from a population mean having a particular value. ठीक है, we have to compare that. हेलो।
जी मैम।
आई समझ में बात की, मतलब हमारे हमारे पास जो सैंपल मीन है, हमें ये चेक करना है कि वेदर इट हैज बीन टेकन फ्रॉम अ पॉपुलेशन विद अ पर्टिकुलर मीन वैल्यू। ठीक है, सो वी हैव टू कंपेयर दैट बोथ ऑफ दीज sample mean and your population mean does not differ significantly. For doing such type of problem, we will use t-test for single mean. All right. I think if you will do a numerical, it will become more clear to you. So we know that a sample variance, do you know the formula of sample variance? S square is equal to small s square is equals to 1 upon n summation xi minus x bar whole square. Do you know this formula?
Yes, ma'am.
And this will be equals to n s square is equals to 1 n minus 1 capital S square. कैपिटल S स्क्वायर क्या होता है? 1 upon n minus 1 summation xi minus x bar square. This is an unbiased estimate of this. What is this capital S square? Unbiased
Unbiased.
estimate of sigma square. That is
Sigma
variance.
square.
So this the relationship between small s square and capital S square is this, that small s square is 1 upon n summation xi minus x bar square, and capital S square is 1 upon n minus 1 summation xi minus x bar whole square. So when we will compare their values, when we will compare these two values, what we will get, the relationship between small s square and capital S square. Now see, your small s square is 1 upon n summation xi minus x bar square, and your capital S square is 1 upon n minus 1 summation xi minus x bar square. Or we can also say that s square is equal ns square is equals to, because 1 upon summation xi minus x bar whole square is common in both these terms, है ना? See,
Yes, ma'am.
this is your capital S square
Yes, ma'am.
and this is your small s square. ठीक है, तो what we can इन दोनों को, when we will take these two, n minus 1 s square, this is also equal to summation xi minus x bar square, and when we will take this ns square, this is also equal to summation x minus xi minus x bar whole square. So by this we can get this relationship as ns square is equals to n minus 1. ठीक है, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So our test statistic will now become, as we have as we have capital S in the test statistic, so our test statistic will now become t is equals to x bar minus mu under root s square upon n minus 1. This is small s square. All right. Earlier we have capital S in the test statistic. See, earlier the test statistic was this: t is equals to x bar minus mu naught upon s upon under root n. All right. Now, as we have replaced this s by ns square upon n minus 1, है ना? The value of this capital S is under root ns या फिर under root ns square upon under root n minus 1, है ना?
जी मैम।
इससे देखो, ns square जो है ये है ना n minus 1 upon capital S square. Therefore s square is equals to small ns square upon n minus 1. ठीक है, now we will replace this value. Therefore capital S is equals to under root n square upon n minus 1. Now what we can do, remember this, the value of capital S is now under root n small s square upon n minus 1. So what we can do is that we can replace this value of capital S by small n square under root upon n minus 1, and there is one more under root n which will be like this. So n will get cancelled with this n, and we will left with s square under root s square upon n minus 1. This is small s. So we have got this as s square upon under root n minus 1, this term. All right, this is small s square. All right,
Okay.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
is it clear? एक न्यूमेरिकल करते हैं तो शायद कुछ और क्लियर हो जाए. Okay. Yes. The mean weekly sales of soap bars in department store was 146.3 per store. ठीक है, तो mean क्या है? We have got this mean as, what is the value of mean?
146.3.
146.3. That is population. This is our population mean. 146.3. After an advertising campaign, the mean weekly sales in 22 sales stores for a typical week increased to 153.7 and showed a standard deviation of 17.2. Was the advertising campaign successful? So have you understood the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you क्या समझ में आया आपको?
मैम इसमें वही पूछ रहा है. मैम एक मिनट रुको. हम लोग जब एडवर्टाइजिंग किए तो उससे क्या इफेक्ट पड़ा हमारे इस पे, सेल्स पे? सेल्स बढ़ा
Yes.
या फिर घटा?
Yes, अब आपने ये देखा होगा कि अभी जो ये सेल हुई है अमेजोन पे बिग बिलियन सेल और इस पे फ्लिपकार्ट पे बिग बिलियन सेल और अमेजोन पे, तो मतलब दे हैव एडवर्टाइज्ड अ लॉट. देखा है तुमने? मतलब एज सच उस सेल में कुछ इतना ज्यादा बहुत ज्यादा बेनिफिट्स नहीं थे जितना मुझे समझ में आया, कि बहुत ज्यादा उसमें बेनिफिट्स नहीं थे सिवाय एक दो प्रोडक्ट्स को छोड़ के. बट दे हैव एडवर्टाइज्ड सो मच कि उन्होंने जबरदस्त उनको प्रॉफिट हुआ होगा इससे. तो वही चीज है इस वाले क्वेश्चन में भी कि वेदर एडवर्टाइजिंग हैज ब्रॉट सक्सेस फॉर दैट कंपनी और नॉट. हैज ब्रॉट मतलब ज्यादा उनकी सेल जो है वो इंक्रीज करी है बाय एडवर्टाइजिंग, और इट हैज नॉट इंक्रीज, जैसी थी वैसी ही रही है. तो हमें एडवर्टाइजिंग का, वी हैव टू सी द इफेक्ट ऑफ एडवर्टाइजिंग ऑन द सेल ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर कंपनी और अ पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर. ठीक है?
यस मैम.
तो क्वेश्चन अगर क्लियर होगा तो फिर if you have understood the question, then you will be able to solve the problem easily. But if you are not able to understand the question, then you will not be able to apply the correct formulation on it, what formula we have to use, what technique we have to use. All right. So the mean weekly sales of soap bars in department store was 146.3 per store. An advertising campaign, the mean weekly sales in 22 stores for a typical week increased to 153.7. Now, as our mean is less than 30.
मैम सैंपल साइज.
Yes, so sorry, sample size. As our sample size is less than 30. So what technique we will use?
या तो एग्जिट सैंपलिंग यूज करेंगे, या तो
Exact
पी या
sample.
फिर दिखाई.
Statistic.
Exact sample. हाँ टी स्टैटिस्टिक्स यूज करेंगे बिकॉज इट्स अ केस ऑफ एग्जैक्ट सैम्पलिंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। और मीन की बात हो रही है तो वी विल यूज टी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। ठीक है ना, वी आर कंपेयरिंग द मीन। सो नाउ, so first of all you have to see whether we are, whether what is the size of the sample, what is the value of n. This is something you have to see. If your n is greater than 20 or 30, then you can use large sampling theory also, but if your sample size is less than 22, then you have to use t-test. Now we are giving n is equals to 22. X bar is 153.7. That is the increased sale. This X bar means the increased sale. Now earlier the sale was 146.3. So the null hypothesis says that null hypothesis states that there is no success. All right, the advertising campaign has not provided any sort of success. ठीक है, the mu remains the same. मतलब earlier what was the value of mean, now also that is the value remains the same. मतलब जो पहले सेल थी it will remain the same after the advertising campaign. ये तो null hypothesis हो जाएगी. Null hypothesis states that there is no difference between earlier sale and now, मतलब the sale after the advertising campaign. All right. नल
Okay.
हाइपोथेसिस, नल हाइपोथेसिस क्या होती है? एक बात अपने मतलब जो बिल्कुल बेसिक क्वेश्चन है, दिस यू शुड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट द नल हाइपोथेसिस इज नथिंग बट द हाइपोथेसिस ऑफ नो डिफरेंस। ऑल राइट, सो हेयर
जी मैम। ओके
the hypothesis of no difference states that earlier sale and the sale after the advertising campaign is same. So that will be our null hypothesis, that is mu is equals to 146.3. Alternative hypothesis states that mu is greater than 146.3. That is, our mean has increased or our sale has increased after the advertising campaign. All right.
यस मैम।
So the test statistics will be now x bar minus mu upon under root s square by upon n minus 1. We have used this time कौन class attend वो कर रहा है? Okay, so this will be a right tail test because we are saying that our value of mu has increased after the advertising campaign. The formula for t statistics is x bar under root x bar, sorry, x bar minus mu upon under root capital S upon under
N
root
minus 1.
n, capital S upon under root n. ठीक है, here we are having sample variance because we are having the value of standard deviation for sample variance. For 22 stores के लिए हमारे पास value है, so we are having s, small s. All right. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will use the formula of small s square in place of capital S. ठीक है, because we are provided with, see, we have provided with standard deviation of 22 stores. So we are
Yes.
provided with s square. ठीक है. Now on substituting these values, we have got t as, see, this is x bar 153.7, that is the mean after the advertising campaign. Mu is the mean before the advertising campaign. Small s square is your standard deviation, and n minus 1 will be, the size of the sample is 22, n minus 1 will be 21. Hera? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So on solving, we will get this t as 9.03. I will provide this table also. ठीक है, but today I forgot to take the picture of this table. So this T is 9.03. Now tabulated value of T for 21 degrees of freedom and at 5% level of significance for a single tail test. See, this is a right tail test. This is a right tail test because the value which have got, we have to see whether the value has increased or not. अगर ये होता कि earlier whether the new value is not equals to the earlier value, so we could have used the two tail test. If it would have been, alternative hypothesis would be that the new value is not equal to the old value. ठीक है, then we could have used the two tail test, but now it is clearly given that the new value, that is the new sales, have increased. So now it will become a case of right tail test.
Okay,
है
ma'am.
ना? So on we'll find the tabulated value of T for 21 degrees of freedom. N is equals to 22. We will see the value for N because this T will follow T distribution with N minus 1 degrees of freedom. So we have N as 22. So it will be, we will check for
21 degree of freedom.
21 degrees of freedom के लिए we will check the value, or it is coming out to be, tabulated value is coming out to be 1.72. So what will you conclude that? What will you conclude that?
मैम कि उन्हें फायदा
They accept the alternate hypothesis.
क्या?
Will accept the alternative
Will
hypothesis.
reject the null hypothesis. हम ये टर्म नहीं यूज करते कि we will accept
ma'am.
the alternative hypothesis. हम ये null hypothesis की फॉर्म में ही कहते हैं कि whether we will accept the null
Okay.
hypothesis or reject the null
reject
hypothesis.
the hypothesis.
So in this case we will
Okay.
reject the null hypothesis.
Reject the.
Or rejecting null
Yes,
hypothesis means that our alternative hypothesis is
Will be
right.
accepted.
हाँ, मतलब will be accepted ही कह लो तुम, लेकिन हम यूज नहीं करते कि alternative hypothesis will be accepted. हम कहते हैं null hypothesis will be rejected. ठीक है? So it means that what will be the conclusion which you will make? That
मैम
after
उन्हें
that,
फायदा हुआ है।
क्या?
मैम उन्हें एडवर्टाइजमेंट करने से फायदा हुआ है।
हाँ, उन्हें they have got, मतलब their sale has increased after the advertising campaign.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So moving on to the next question. A random sample of 10 boys had the following IQ as 70, 120, 110, 101, 88, 83, 98, 95, 107 and 100. Do these data support the assumption of a population mean IQ of 100? Means it is 100. That is, it is given that mu is equals to 100. अच्छा, ये second part जो है ना, find a reasonable range in which most of the mean IQ samples of 10 boys lie. This we don't have to do because this is based on confidence interval, and we are not doing confidence interval in this course. So our null hypothesis will be, that is, the data are consistent with the assumption that mean of 100 in the population is 100. Mean IQ of 100 in the population. Okay, मतलब कि 100 जो है हमारा, 100 क्या चीज है? What is 100 here?
Mean IQ.
मैम मीन
एक तो mean है, that is the population mean, और 100 is also the size of the population. Alright, because it is written na, do these data support the assumption of a population mean IQ of 100? नहीं IQ of 100. Okay, नहीं एवरेज मीन ही है ये, वो नहीं है, मैं गलत समझ रही हूँ इसे. IQ of 100 people समझ रही हूँ मैं. नहीं, IQ मतलब 100 मीन के लिए ही है, पॉपुलेशन साइज नहीं गिवन है. ठीक है. Now a random sample of 10 boys had the following IQs: 70, 120, 110, 101, 88, 83. This is the IQ of 10 people. So our null hypothesis will be that mu is equals to 100. That is, the sample mean which we will obtain now from these 10 students will be same as the population mean, that is, which is 100. And alternative hypothesis states that they are not equal. The sample mean is not equal to population mean. Our test statistic will be now x bar minus mu upon under root s square upon n. Now, as we have to calculate the values, we will calculate the value of capital S square, capital S square, and x bar square, or x bar. Sorry. Can you find out the values of x bar and capital S?
Yes, ma'am.
ये तो बहुत इजी है, सबका सम कर देना, डिवाइडेड बाय 10 कर देना, बिकॉज 10 इज द नंबर ऑफ पीपल. फिर तुम्हें निकालना है समेशन एक्स आई माइनस एक्स बार का होल स्क्वायर. xi is x1, x2, x3, x4 up to x10, and x bar is the mean which we will obtain. ठीक है, so we have got the value of mean as 97.2. All right, we will add all these terms and divide it by 10. Similarly, we will obtain the value of capital S square. Capital S square क्या होता है? Summation xi minus x bar whole square divided by n divided by, for capital S square, what is the formula? Summation xi minus
minus
x,
one.
n minus 1. So we will use this. We have got the value of summation xi minus x bar square as 1833.6, and we will divide it by 9 because n is equals to 10. So n minus 1 will be 9. Then we will obtain the value of t. See, this is a two-tailed test. This is a two-tailed test, है ना? Mu is equals to 100 and mu not equals to 100. So we will obtain mod of t, है ना? So mod of t will be x bar minus mu upon under root s square और n. स्क्वायर के लिए जब हमारा कैपिटल एस स्क्वायर होता है तो हम n लेते हैं, और जब हमारा स्मॉल एस स्क्वायर होता है तो हम n माइनस 1 लेते हैं. तो वी विल गेट दिस एज 0.62. Now the tabulated value for 9 degrees of freedom and at 5% of level of significance for two-tailed test is 2.262. Now since your calculated value is 0.62 and tabulated value is 2.262. So can you tell me that your hypothesis will be accepted or rejected?
Accepted.
Why accepted? बताइए. Why it will be accepted? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Why your hypothesis will be accepted? Null hypothesis.
Because the calculated value is less than the tabulated value.
Because the calculated value is less than the tabulated value. Yes. So when your calculated value is less than the tabulated value, the hypothesis is accepted. So what do you conclude that what will you make? मतलब what the conclusion will you make?
That the average IQ of the people in the sample space is 100.
Yes, the average IQ of the people in the sample space is not in the sample space, but the IQ of 10 sample is almost similar to the IQ of the population mean. All right, since calculated t is less than tabulated, H naught will be accepted, and we may conclude that the data are consistent with the assumption that the mean IQ of 100 in the population. All right, so these are the questions for t-test for single mean. Tomorrow we will do t-test for difference of means, and after that we will do pair t-test for difference of means. The three cases. All right, so now you can leave the class.
हम अटेंडेंस ग्रुप में ही सेंड कर दें.
अटेंडेंस ग्रुप में सेंड कर दीजिएगा.
ओके.